Hi everyone, my name is Nora and I wanted to make a video showing off all of the things that I knit this year, all of the sweaters and tops that I knit this year. I love knitting and I really prioritize knitting as part of my daily routine, so I was able to knit 10 garments this year and I want to show them off. Before I started talking about what I made this year, I just wanted to say what I'm wearing. I have my t-shirt that says "It's all fun and games until someone loses their row count," which my friends found for me at a thrift store. I think it's really funny. And I'm pretty sure this sweater was my last knit of 2023. It's the Billie Cardigan by Sari Nordlund. She's probably my favorite designer. I've knit like 6 or 7 of her sweaters, and the Billie Pullover is probably my most worn knit. So when she released the cardigan, I had to make the cardigan. Yeah. The first sweater I knit in 2024 was this. The pattern is called the Nordic Mix sweater. The pattern is called the Nordic Mix sweater. I bought the designer is Dalgaard. I don't think it's on Ravelry. I bought this off of her website. I bought this yarn as a present for myself for passing my master's degree and getting a good grade on my dissertation. So congratulations to me. Yeah, I bought this from her website and it came with the pattern, the yarn, and this tote bag that has, ooh, bright orange mohair. What possibly could I be up to with that? Swatch. Came with this bag, and I ordered the yarn that the sample was knit in, which I don't usually do. I like to be creative with my color choice, but I just love the way this blue and white contrasted together. So yeah, beautiful colorwork pattern, stranded colorwork, and the sleeves are steeked. Steeking is not scary. Steeking is fun. It's fun to cut your knitting. It's not scary. Yeah, so first knit of 2024. Okay, my next knit is this. It's the Moonflower Pullover by Sari Nordlund. Again, love her. It's knit in Knit Picks, Wool of the Andes, in Green Tea Heather. I love Wool of the Andes. I always have some laying around. This is Wool of the Andes, this blanket. It's just a good solid color rich weight yarn, which I love. And the sweater is cable knit, collar, double, I don't know what this is called, folded over collar, which I always think looks nice. It's a little cropped. I don't know if that was my intention, but I like wearing it with dresses, so that's okay. Next one. Okay, this is called the Disaster Top. Maybe I can do it like this. Oh, no, my face to the side. The Disaster Top by Loppa, another one of my favorite designers. I've knit so many of her patterns. I wore this to see Chaperone in Kansas City with my friends. I'll put a picture of my outfit. My friend's outfits looked really good. It was the Pink Pony Club was our dress code for this show, so we had our Pink Pony Club outfits. Yeah, and the sweater is super cute. I've only gotten to wear it once so far, but I also think it would look nice with the camisole underneath and more casual outfit. I don't know if this was a fault of the pattern or for me, but I did knit the sleeves to be probably 1.5 feet longer than they needed to be. And I don't know why that didn't register with me that they were so long, but they are knit and then sewn into the shoulders, so, and I didn't want to go and unravel everything, so I just kind of cut and then just knit this ruffle back on. And nothing bad happened, so yeah. The yarn is Cascade 220 sport weight, which I never used before, and I don't know if I love. Just it's a little got really pilly really fast, even when I was knitting it pilly. So next, this is the Love Top by Unlucky Knits. I did a Cascade Heritage. I'm not sure what the color is called. Cedar Green, Cascade Heritage. Cascade Heritage is another yarn that I love, fingering weight. Probably one of my go-to fingering weights for anything but socks, because it's not really great with socks, but love it. I really just want a square neck sweater. All my square neck sweaters turned off shoulder sweaters. I thought that this, like, holding up the back was gonna help. This is part of the pattern, and it still kind of just rolls off the shoulders. And I bought a strapless bra, and it looks even worse. So I unfortunately do think the love top is going to be unraveled, which I have not regretted unraveling anything. I think it's much better to use the yarn for something that you're gonna love rather than just have it sit in a drawer and never wear. So I actually unraveled a gigantic Muppet sweater that I loved, but it was gigantic. Like, I could never possibly wear it. I made a gauge error, and it had Animal from the Muppets on it, and it was gigantic. And I kept it in a drawer for a while, but then I was like, I could knit the Billie Cardigan with this yarn. So I did that. And I kept the Intarsia piece, and maybe I'll do something with it, but yeah. I think this, unfortunately, will also be unraveled. Sorry, love top. Just doesn't look good on me. It's okay. Okay, next sweater. This sweater is called the Damejakka Loppa by Pinneguri. This is the third time I've knit this sweater. When I was in college, I knit a green one that was a little small, a little tight on the arms. I still have it in there. Well, something I haven't unraveled. And then I knit a brown one during COVID that I wear sometimes, and it has pretty silver clasps on it. And I really wanted to knit one with like pink at the top, so I knit another one. It's all Knit Picks palette, which is what I've knit all three of my Damejakka Loppas in. The main color is Pool, and then the red is called Tomato, and I'm not sure what, I know one of these is Lady Slipper. You know what? Now that I'm looking at this, it's not all Knit Picks palette, it's also Jamieson Spindrift. There's Knit Picks palette and Jamieson Spindrift in here. I don't know what those colors are, but I have a Ravelry project page for everything, so I'll have that linked with all the colors, because I've got myself a little confused. But yeah, I love this pattern, and I love picking out colors for it and like filling in the little colors on the chart. So I don't think this will be my last Damejakka Loppa. Yeah, they're so fun to knit. I love color work. Also a steeked pattern. You gotta steek up the front to make it a cardigan. This is the first thing I ever steeked, so it's a good practice pattern. And then you just kind of sew down your ends, and you don't have to worry about it ever again. Yeah, beautiful cardigan. Next is something really exciting. I designed this myself. Shaggy tank top. I've had this idea for a very long time. Like over a year, I really wanted to knit a shaggy tank top. I think originally it was going to be a holder top, which I'm kind of glad I didn't do. I like the shape a lot better, just like a vest shape. The main color is Cascade Heritage in Christmas green, and then the Mohair, it's like a, Christmas green is like a really bright true green, and then the Mohair is like a more of lime green, so I really like the way the colors mix. The Mohair is knitting for Olive Silk Mohair, but I'm not sure. I think it's called Clover, but I'm not exactly sure what that color is. And then the face is all Knit Picks scraps for the most part. Yeah, just, yeah, Knit Picks scraps. So I am honestly shocked how well this fits me. I'm not a designer, or like, I don't know how to grade patterns or anything. I just happened to do the math correctly the first time. I knit gauge swatch so I could figure out like the size I wanted, and then I found a picture of Shaggy online, and traced it on my iPad and then uploaded it onto Stitch Fiddle. That's how I make a lot of my intarsia patterns, onto Stitch Fiddle. And then just kind of cleaned it up and made sure it was the right gauge. And yeah, super cute. I want to use this like formula to make other like graphic tank tops. I love knitting intarsia. So yeah. Then I have this tank top. It's called the Twisted Love Top by Unlucky Knits. I wore this to see Kneecap in Boston. It's a fun going out top, and then I also got to wear it for New Year's this year. Really cute. I'll put some pictures in because it's a lot easier to see what it looks like when it's on, but it has this nice like twist feature in the front, and it's one of those patterns that you're knitting because it's all ribbing and you're like, it literally is like this wide. You're like, this is not gonna fit me, but it will fit. And yeah, it's really cute. It's Berroco yarn, Ultra Wool DK in cast iron. And I think this is my first time using this yarn, but I like it. This is the Champagne Pullover by Sari Nordlund. So beautiful. I really love, I've knit so many of her sweaters, and usually they have like seed stitch or moss stitch on the like non-cable parts. I really love how this is just stockinette. I think it looks so nice, especially with the mohair. This yarn is Cascade Heritage in Sweet Lavender is the main color, and then the mohair is Knitting for Olive, Silk Mohair, and Lavender Blue. And I like to have, when they're, same with the Shaggy top, I like to have my mohair and my main color be like slightly different shades of blue. So this is like a light blue fingering weight yarn and a little bit of a darker periwinkle mohair. I really like the way that looks. And so this is a really nice cable and lace pattern, super elegant and luxurious. I wore this on Christmas Eve. It's really nice. Yeah, I love her patterns. Okay, this is the mood top, or mood pullover. I think this is the men's version, because there's like men's, women's, kids. And then I think there might be vests as well. This is mood pullover. I'm pretty sure it's the men's version. I knit mine, usually it's like alternating colors, but I wanted to knit mine so it was different colors, which is pretty easy to plan out and really fun. It's all Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. I did also cut this really significantly. It was so long. I do not ever knit sweaters from the bottom up, and this is why. It was really hard for me to judge how long it was going to be, and because I was knitting the men's size. I wanted it to be boxy, but I kind of wanted it to still be cropped, but I was nervous about the math of it all, so I was just following the pattern exactly, and it was really long, and I never was going to wear it if it was that long. So I put in a lifeline, like I think I had 2 more of these smiley face rows, and I put in a lifeline at this last row in the yellow and blue one, and and then I just picked up those stitches and knit the ribbing. I would have, if I was to do this again, I would have knit one round in the lavender just to make it look a little bit more seamless, but that's okay. I'm not gonna unravel it again. Yeah, I really like this sweater. I think it's super cute. I've never made a sweater with like a collar like this, and I really like it, and it was a lot easier than I expected. The sleeves are also kind of long, but I kept them long to humble me. I can just roll them up. It's not as bad as the length of the body. Yeah. So yeah, super cute. This is just a log cabin sweater. I did not base it on a pattern, but there was a few people on Instagram who had knit one. Off the top of my head, her Instagram is like Kayla Soofers, Kayla. I really like her Instagram, and she knit one of these. She was the one who inspired me to knit this sweater, and I just used a lot of scraps. It's mostly, it's all worsted weight scraps, mostly Knit Picks Wool of the Andes, but there's a lot in there. And it was really fun to pick the colors, and yeah, I really enjoyed knitting this sweater. And I just used another sweater that I liked the size of and kind of used that as a size guide. And then yeah, it was a good way to use up scraps. I wore it to see Katie Gavin in Boston, and it was one of those I went to by myself, and I was like, I can't wait for somebody to tell me they like my sweater, and then no one did. That was my one, oh, I was gonna say that was my one sad thing about that concert, but I also did get rear-ended. So there was two sad things about that concert, but the rear ending wasn't that bad. There was no damage. Yeah, I love the sweater. Love Katie Gavin. Love Muna. Don't love getting rear-ended. Yeah, so that's everything, all the garments I knit in 2024. I knit lots of other things, socks and blankets, and I really got into knitting little animals. My cousin had a baby this year, and I knit little stuffed animals, which are super cute. I've started my first sweater of 2025. I'm looking at it right now, but we'll have to wait till maybe next episode to see what I'm knitting. We'll leave you on a little cliffhanger. I haven't even posted about it on Instagram, so no one knows about this. Yeah. Thank you for watching. I will try not to talk as fast in my next episode. Thank you for watching, and I love knitting, and I hope you love knitting too.